Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and come on, we were all expecting another Khorne spotlight, weren't we? Today, Creative Assembly have decided to showcase the Blood Thrones of Khorne, a multi-purpose chariot unit on the tabletop which was quite decent in all honesty. Aesthetically, it might look a bit out of theme, but Khorne's armies always had a bit of future tech when it came to chariots. Keep in mind that this was due to the fact that Warhammer Fantasy and Warhammer 40,000 were actually linked up in a certain way. So because of this, the chariot itself isn't pulled by any beast, but rather propelled by demonic entities, in a similar sense to Khorne's rage pushing the chariot forward. So what exactly does a Blood Throne do, and how is it expected to perform in Total War Warhammer? For that we have to look at the tabletop and the lore. In the tabletop, this was an incredibly fast-moving chariot, more so than most others, mainly because it was being propelled by Khorne's hate. This was both a unit choice and a mount option in the tabletop, which is likely going to be the same in Total War Warhammer 3, where you'll be able to recruit the Blood Thrones or have a herald mounted atop of them, which is great because I actually quite like these. I've got a few painted up myself. Because of its fast-moving pace, it was always meant to be a bit of a frontline unit. You could use it to flank or hit enemies by the rear, but it would also do fairly well hitting an enemy direct on. This was further reinforced by their special rule known as Gore Feast. What you wanted to do on the tabletop was to charge the Blood Throne directly into your enemy and get as many impact hits as possible. And the special rule that came from this was that as you did impact hits, you could have a chance to replenish your HP of your Blood Throne. We've already seen this mechanic in Total War Warhammer, especially with the vampires, so it's easy enough to implement for the Blood Throne and will keep to as close to the tabletop standard as possible. I imagine if this is the case, it might be a very powerful Doomstack unit too. So far, we've not seen any Lord characters in the sense of Bloodletters or Heralds, but we have seen a hero, so it's very possible to have at least 19 of them and an Exalted Bloodthirster as a commander, unless we get Chaos Lords as warriors who can also ride atop of it, but we'll have to wait and see for that. The next special rule that it had was the Totem of Endless Bloodletting. So the Blood Throne itself is a fast-moving chariot, but it's also a buffer unit too. The best way to describe this is think of this in the sense of a corpse cart, but extremely mobile, very defensive, and very punishing in close combat. It's similar in terms of style, but very drastically different, being able to buff demons around a certain area of effect. And I'm assuming it will act the same way in Total War Warhammer. For that, it's likely that this unit will also be a single entity, as a buffer unit generally does not come in groups as far as I recall. I'm excited for this unit, however, and I can't wait to see more. What do you guys think about the Blood Thrones of Khorne? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a bit of a discussion.